Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have like the new Hulk colorway of the Luminox Sport Timer. This is model number XS.0937. It's not going to be a full review because I've reviewed a Sport Timer, gosh, about 4 years ago. So it's not going to be a full review. I'll tell you all the specs you need to know and we'll check this thing out. And I think you're going to like it, man. It's a good looking watch. Let's check it out.
I thought I'd be fine, but now my heart don't feel right in this day. Doesn't go away. If I could turn back time, I would've never.
All right, guys, we get into this thing, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. As y'all know, I get a very, very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store. So whenever you do so, I definitely appreciate it. So this is normal Luminox, like Pelican style packaging. Y'all have seen tons of these. With this one, it looks like you only get a warranty card. Right there, there's the warranty card. No manual with this. Of course, you get the hang tag. Let me show you the hang tag as well. There's your hang tag. Again, it's model number XS.0937. There you go. You got a foam pillow. Like a little, another like little lining right there, little plastic thing that the watch kind of sits on. All right. Take this big box, put it out of the way. Again, not going to be a super long review because I have reviewed one of these, I guess about 4 years ago. So I'll tell you all the 7 specs you need to know, and then we will talk a little bit more about this. But again, one last time, not a full review. So for the specs, you're looking at a 42 millimeter stainless steel case. It's 13 millimeters thick. It's 49.2 millimeters lug to lug. It comes on a 24 millimeter stainless steel bracelet. Water resistance is 200 meters, which is 660 feet. And you get a Sellita SW220 movement with a 38 power reserve. And of course, you get a sapphire crystal with AR coating. And again, if you want to know all the other specs about the watch, like, it's got a screw down crown. It does have tritium on there. It only has one little tiny spot that has actual lume, and that's that little pip on the second hand. The rest of the indexes all have that tritium. Anyway, if you want to check all that stuff out, check down there in the description field. So man, I think this is a really good looking watch. I like these Sport Timer watches. I like the weight of them. I mean, they're 185 grams. So they do have some weight, but I really don't want to go above that weight. When you get to like the 200, 220, for me, that's just too heavy. And I don't want to have that much weight on my wrist, but this has like the perfect amount of weight. Again, that's all an illusion. Just because a watch weighs more doesn't mean it's a better quality watch. But I like these, the way these feel, the way these weigh down on my wrist. Again, that's just me personally. I mean, again, you can have some of the watches with titanium cases and bracelets, or Carbonox bracelets and cases, so they could be a lot lighter, but still be a great, great quality watch. Anyway, so here is the dial. Again, you've got your inner chapter ring of your 24-hour times, your outer indexes, basically in Arabic numerals. You got your big Luminox logo right there. It's got a thick application. It's not like applied, but it's kind of like, it's probably got like, 25 or 30 layers of chrome on it, which is really cool. You got a ceramic coated bezel, not a full ceramic bezel, but a ceramic coated bezel. And you got that 20-minute track right there for diving. You got a big date window with your day and date, which is very legible, and it's got a nice border around it. I love this crown, buttery smooth, and I just love the way the crown guards expose like that little middle section of the crown itself. It's just very intuitive. It feels great. It's got a nice little buzzing noise. It's buttery smooth because it's Swiss made. I love this crown. I think this crown is signed. Yep, it's signed as well. One of my favorite crowns around, hey, that rhymes. One of my favorite crowns around is this one. I just like it a lot. Again, you got tritium everywhere. All the indexes have a tritium vial right there where my little nail's pointing. Right there. You have tritium on the hour and minute hand. You've got a little tiny bit of luminous paint. I'm assuming supernova or some, concoction of that right there on the end of the second hand. And I'll show you this here in a minute. You got some minimal writing down here at 6 o'clock. I think it's automatic, 200 meters. And then, of course, Swiss made down there at 6 o'clock. So a quality watch for sure. Are they a little expensive? Yes, Luminox watches, as y'all know, are expensive. They're not cheap watches, but then again, they're not cheaply made. They're good watches. A big bracelet. These are 24 millimeters, so they're kind of a different size. They are a big bracelet. You have a nice clasp here. You got 4 micro adjusts right there. You got Luminox on the buckle right there. Pop this open. This is a friction close, So you just pop it open. Looks like it still has some stickers on there. There's the machine scissor clasp. It says stainless steel. There you go. And these bracelets are really comfortable, by the way. These are solid links. Really, really comfortable. And if you look right here, you can see the case back. You got that blacked out rotor right there. And again, that Sellita movement. And it tells you, some more about the watch, about the water resistance, the movement, sapphire crystal, yada, yada, yada. So again, not a full review of this one, but I do like that hulked out green colorway. And as y'all know, I reviewed a Rolex Hulk, I guess, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. So I'm kind of on this green trip. Not really my normal color for watches, but this one I think is well done as well. You can see that really nice sunburst on the dial there. And I think it's a good looking watch. Is it my personal favorite color? I don't know. It's one of those things I don't know. Some people are going to call this like a Starbucks. Some people are going to call it a Kermit. Well, the Kermit and the Starbucks just have a green bezel. They don't have a green dial for the Rolexes, but this has got both. It's got the green dial and the green bezel. So it's a good looking watch. Let me go try this thing on real quick. And man, you can just really feel the quality of these watches. Everything snaps and clicks and screws in and perfectly and feels great. That feels fantastic. Right out of the box, it feels great. I don't have to use any micro adjust. I don't know, man. I like this watch. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let me go ahead and kill all the studio lights, kill these monitors. Now remember, this is tritium. It's a gas inside these little tubes in here. This is not, super luminova. The only part that has super luminova is the little tip on the second hand. Everything else is that tritium gas, which glows, I think, for about 25 years. No exposure to light needed. Obviously, it's not electric. It's not a paint. It's a radioactive gas. Obviously, it's not harmful to you. But it does glow, by itself for about 25 years. Now, when I shine this light on it, that's not how bright it's going to glow in normal situations. It's going to have kind of a fainter glow, but it's definitely visible for sure. But it's not going to be glowing bright like Seiko's, Lume Bright or anything like that. So I don't want to kind of tape your expectations here. So anyway, let me go kill the light. Let's kill these monitors. And what I'll do is I'll take the UV light and I'll kind of shine it off to the side. So that'll give you an idea of kind of how this is going to glow. Let me see here. So that gives you, there you go. I'll get a little bit closer. I try not to have any reflections. There we go. That gives you an idea. So you got orange on the minute hand, orange on the 12 o'clock index, and orange on that little 12 o'clock pip right there. So again, it doesn't glow this bright. It's only glowing this bright right now because I'm just adding UV light to it. If I was to take the UV light away, as you can see, it's not bad. By itself, not bad at all. And you can see that little luminous pip on the second hand. That I'm sure is super luminova or something like that. But that's pretty dang bright for just to be glowing by itself. Now that UV light didn't charge this. So don't think this was, I charged it with the UV light and now it's super bright. That's how bright it always glows 24 hours a day for, 25 plus years. So I love tritium tubes. I think they're fantastic. And I think Luminox does a really, really good job with these watches, with these, tritium tubes. These tritium tubes are not cheap, by the way. So that's part of the expense of these Luminox watches that have the tritium tubes. They are not cheap. So kind of keep that in mind when you get one of these. So anyway, so there you go. Let me go cut everything back on. I'd love to know your thoughts on this thing. Again, I reviewed a blue one, I don't know, I guess, 4 years ago. I really like that one. I always like blue dials. They're one of my favorite dial colors, whether it be a really deep dark blue or even, kind of like a Tiffany, kind of like that bluish green. I'll make sure to put a link in the description field so you can head on over to Luminox and pick this up for $1,645. Yes, guys, it is expensive. It is not cheap. And Luminox never, to my knowledge, they never discount their watches. They're a premium Swiss brand, and they don't discount their stuff. So anyway, so head on over there if you want to pick one of these up. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you click that notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. And I've got some cool, I think, Casios and G-Shocks coming up too. So make sure you stay tuned for those. And I'll see you on the next review. Take care. Bye-bye.